Hey, I'm developing a game called Bugball, where you play as doofy little bug guys. Since my last devlog, I've added in some fun new abilities, stats for the bugs, improved their graphics, and added in a new playable character. If you're new here, I'm trying to create a football game that anyone can enjoy, even if you aren't a fan of the sport. Last devlog, I got in a nice roster of bugs and started getting in the first couple of abilities. But since then, I've added in a new bug to the game, and all the bugs now have abilities. The Woodlouse ability hasn't really changed at all since last time. He can still roll around knocking other guys over. The Shield Beetle has 2 shields he can use to stop other players and bounce away the ball. The Bee can sting his opponents, leaving them paralysed on the ground. The Snail still has a trail that speeds up your team and slows down the opponent's team, but I changed the visuals a little bit. Before I was using a trail renderer to leave a line behind the snail. Now though, I'm placing a bunch of these simple trail pieces instead. The nice thing about doing this is it means the trail isn't all one object anymore, so other bugs can partially destroy it with their abilities. So the Woodlouse can destroy snail trails, and other snails can destroy them too with their own trail. The Army Ant's ability lets him summon a little gang of other ants to protect him. All the ants in the gang are able to tackle too, so the hitbox for tackling is almost 3 times as big when you have the ability active. Finally, the new character I added in, the Caterpillar, can use his cocoon when he's about to get tackled to reflect the tackle back on his opponents. This ability is really fun to use. You end up playing mind games with your opponent. Like, is he going to tackle me? Or is he just faking out until I waste my ability? But then maybe that's what he wants me to think. And maybe he's actually going to tackle me normally. But then what if he's actually trying to tackle me and then I'm trying to block him and then he's actually trying... Anyway, if you can think of any cool bugs and abilities you want to see in the game, let me know in the comments. Since I've been procrastinating this video for so long, I can tell you that a ladybug and a dragonfly are in the works. But there's still a bunch of other bugs I could add to. So all the bugs have different abilities, but I still wanted to set them apart even more. I decided that 4 stats would be a good amount to add in variation between the bugs, but not be too overwhelming for new players. Speed obviously affects how fast the bug is. Having a bug with high power means its tackles hit harder, and when it gets tackled, it's less affected. Control basically affects how fast the bug can turn for now, but I would like to do something more of it in the future. And finally, stamina increases the cooldown of both sprinting and the bug's ability. Stats are fixed for each bug, so you have to choose carefully which bug you want to play as, based on how these stats and abilities work with your playstyle. Maybe you like playing defensively, then the beetle is great for defending, but you can't run up and down the field as quickly. The ant's a great all-rounder, with an overall strong ability. Maybe you like the parry style gameplay of playing as the caterpillar. Or you just want to play as the bee. Because look at this cute little face, how are you not going to pick this guy? Now, if you take a look at the bugs in this devlog, side by side with the ones in the previous one, you can see the toon shader I made in action. This is my first time using shader graph, and it went surprisingly smoothly. For now, I'm really enjoying the workflow of getting something in the game just as quickly as possible, and then iterating on it until it's just the way that I want it. So in this case, getting in the beans for the players, giving them simple models, then adding in a free toon shader, and then finally making my own shader. I think the next step is definitely going to be making some nicer models for the bugs, and then eventually giving them some pretty cool animations or something. While I was making the bugs look nicer, I thought it'd be a shame not to try and make the pitch look a little nicer too. So I drew a new floor texture, and I also found these free naturey environment assets on the asset store, just to fill out the environment a little bit. Here's like a side by side, and I think it makes a huge difference. The final thing I did since last time was get a free demo up on Steam. It's extremely bare bones, but it's exciting to be able to share my progress with you all through these devlogs, but now also as a playable game. If you want to give the demo a try, there's a link in the description, or you can just search for Bugball on Steam. While you're there, if you feel like wishlisting Bugball too, that would be pretty cool. Currently, you can only play with controller, but it works with local multiplayer up to 4 people, and also Steam Remote Play with up to 4 people. Just a heads up, the AI is very dumb, and will probably spend most of the game running into itself. But if you give it a try and enjoy it, or you have any feedback, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Alright, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.